Welcome, everyone. Happy Sunday. It is such a pleasure to see you. This is Relationship Deep Dive, where we dissect some of your most popular relationship coaches online, as well as some of the pros. I am one of your hosts, LaCora Stephens, and joining us today, of course, is our other beautiful co-host. She is a holistic counselor. She goes by the name of Shaton M. Squires, yes, and then we also have the wonderful, the awesome, the personal empowerment coach, and she goes by the name of Audra Bryant.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello, ladies.
Beautiful today. Y'all good?
I feel good.
Good.
Excellent.
Oh, good. Oh, Shaton, we missed her beautiful face.
What's going on, girl? There you go, girl.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
She got the glow. That's what it is. It's the glow. She got the glow all up on her.
Yes.
That's right.
Well, ladies, listen here. We have a great show today. We have joining us Mr. Van Brown. He is an author. And you're going to know more about him, but he is our Minuteman of today, and he's going to speak on the topic, which is brought to us by Mr. Derrick Jaxn. Now, of course, we all know him as Team Jackson. All right. We follow him. We think he's fine. We think he's tall, chocolate, and very digestible when he gives us relationship advice. A lot of women seem to like him. Okay. So I went on his video and I said his YouTube channel, and I said, okay, which video should I take? Right? Y'all have to understand. Y'all need to understand. When I research these topics, I have to go through all these videos, and sometimes I'm like, child, this is just too much. So I decided to go with his #1 video that has garnered over 3.2 million views, and get this,
Wow.
123,000 likes. All right, and the topic is so good that other relationship coaches have taken this topic and recycled it for their own liking. All right. So without further ado, everyone, please, Mr. Derrick Jaxn, how to make a man regret losing you. That's the question of the day.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
All right, my answer is the same every single time. Just invest energy into yourself. Stop focusing on that. Let it go. Walk away. Blah, blah, blah. Right. But if you have to get something off your chest, like if you just have something on your chest, it's spiteful, it's petty, or whatever it is that you want to call it, and you have to get it off your chest, I would rather you take that route as opposed to seeking out revenge. And if you're going to take that route, there is a right way to do it. There are things that you can do that guarantee that a man will regret whatever it was that y'all had and letting that go.
Okay. He started off pretty good. He was speaking to our higher self. He said, listen, ladies, normally I tell you, move on. Don't focus on that. But then something got in his spirit, and this is what he went ahead and told us to do. Take a look.
Again, this ain't my preference, but this is how you go about it. The first thing you got to do, there's 5 steps. The first thing you got to do is let him have the last word. Display a level of emotional discipline that maybe he's not even used to or even thought you were capable of. You have to fight his curiosity, which is one of our biggest enemies whenever we let a good woman go. The second part is cutting him off cold turkey. Snaps, DMs, nothing. He has to totally lose access to you. Number 3, when you're online, you cannot be sending sub messages to him, about your relationship. The 4th thing that you need to do is you need to be hanging with your single friend. You need to be out and about. Even if you don't do clubs, make an exception. Be somewhere where other single guys would be able to see you too. If you're going to post anything on social media, make sure other dudes are in the picture. The 5th thing you do to really top all of this off is look good. But that dress, that hairstyle, makeup, like that needs to be the next couple of visuals that goes on social media of you looking good as hell, you out in public with your friends, having a good time, and he cannot get in touch with you.
All right, there we have it. That is our topic today. So world, you are listening. You will chime in. All right. Before you chime in, before our resident counselor, Tameka Bob, she is always waiting to give us medical advice. She is in the house today. I'm excited to hear what she has to say. And before our Minuteman chimes in, we need to talk, ladies.
Yes, we do.
Don't I'm going to go to Audra first because she has a very stoic face. And I'm like, what's all that? What's going on?
Okay. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. He gave the disclaimer at the top and he said, look, normally I would say, move on, go live your life, be happy, be your best self. But if you desire to be petty, so to speak, if you desire some sort of revenge, then here you go. Now, my thing is that if that's where you are, if you're moving and operating in that lower self and you need this brother to be, oh, I want to get her back. And so like, okay, then there's an app for that. You know what I'm saying? There's a remedy for that. And he gave you the remedy for that. But I'm just saying, like, there's always going to be an answer for whatever question you ask. So maybe you just need to ask some better questions. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. All right. So ask better questions, Shaton.
Again, my God, I have so much to say about this. So let's talk in my former years when I was not married, when I was a single woman. And let's just get to that point. For me, I never wasted that kind of time on somebody because that's time, that's energy. First of all, you're giving me 5 steps to do what? Not that I want you back, not that this is reconcilable, but to make you regret losing me. First of all, again, who got that kind of time? And if you do have that kind of time, you guys should not have broken up in the first place. Let's start there. So wasting time with getting my hair done to make you regret me, you're going to regret me anyway, because I am that chick. Yes. Anytime I walk away from you, it is a regret. Yes. And if you see me, it will not be on purpose. It's going to be on accident. But that's where I stand. That's where I stand.
There we go.
I have to agree. If you love what she just said, I need y'all to hit the like button. I need you guys to comment. We do have comments in here. And it is simple. And someone says, Siobhan says, right, I'm with you. Okay. Chris says, this is just shaking my head.
Yeah. Why is this a go? Exactly.
Well, you know what? 3.2 million women.
Wow.
3.2.
Wow.
I can't say that they're all women. I don't know.
Okay.
The numbers show us that women are looking to do that. And Shaton, when you said in Audra, sometimes you got to ask the better question. And then you said before, years ago. So I'm thinking, who was the audience? Who is he talking to? Who's looking?
Yeah, millennials. Yeah.
The millennials, I'm not saying that it's y'all. We just need to know.
Right. Clarity.
If you're 35, if you are 30, if you are 40, I'm just trying. I ain't got time for a joker.
No, ma'am.
Like you just said, I'm that chick. Whether you think so, you were watching or not agree, I know I'm that chick. So I know when he walks away, when I walk away, at the end of the day, he's coming back. He's thinking about me. He's having nightmares, honey. He's dreaming. He's sleeping and dreaming. LaCora.
Yes, ma'am.
Watch out now.
Because if you're a good woman, and ladies, y'all already know this, you've lived through this, you're a good woman, you let him go, he let you go either way. He's going to come back and try to get you back because you're just that chick.
Right. Oh. Right.
So maybe that's the part. You got to trust that part. You got to trust who you are and your dynamic and what you brought to the table. And if you do desire a relationship with the person, a sincere relationship, then you have to allow, like, let God be God, you go be you. And if you got to learn some stuff and grow, let him learn some stuff and grow. That's cool. But if you're just trying to be on some revenge stuff like that motivation is just kind of, come on now.
And I like Derrick. I really do. But however, in my digging, I found some situations, and I was like, Derrick Jaxn. I was kind of shocked and appalled. We may save that for another episode. But I actually do like him. But I was highly disappointed. He did give a disclaimer, but when you put it out in the energy, there are when you put it out in the world, people are taking this and they're like, all right, he said to go to a club. You don't talking about if you don't even like clubs, go to a club. So now you should have been at the grocery store, Bible study,
Library.
at the black-owned coffee shop, and instead you at a club, and then you missing out on the real bay because you didn't put your time into some place that you don't even like to be in, and then you taking pictures with single guys. Really, Derrick Jaxn?
Well, LaCora, I think we should see what the viewers have to say.
Okay. You know what? You're right. Excuse me. You're right.
Yes. So yes, let's go ahead, and we posted earlier about this topic on our social media platforms. And so we're just gonna go ahead and check in with those social media platforms, see what you guys have to say. And this is a segment that we like to call Catch of the Day.
All right. So the first comment that I actually like this comment, and let's take a look at it.
All right. Jennifer says, oh, so many thoughts right now. So much to unpack. But I'll say this. My mama always told me, if you're too busy looking in the rearview mirror, you won't see what's coming next. Ooh, yes, Miss Jennifer. Your mama is wise. Yes, she is.
When you're looking in the rearview mirror,
that's the truth, though. That's the truth. What are you thinking about that, LaCora?
Yeah, because it's like you busy worried about Tyrone when you got
right.
Denzel and Obama 5 feet away, but you can't even see what's 5 feet away from you because you're so focused on some joker that ain't even worth your time. Stop. That's all I got to say to that.
Stop. All right, Miss Shaton, what you got to
listen,
say?
I'm going to tilt my head to the side and say, stop it. And I completely agree with Jennifer. I feel like, you know, and I don't want to err on the side of saying that women don't have values when they go to those other levels of dealing with people whom they do want to regret. But I feel like it is the past, and there are other ways to progress forward without trying to make somebody wish that they were still with you. So I agree.
Oh, there you go. I agree, Jennifer. Your mom said it. She was right on point. It's like, you know, understand your own value at the end of the day. You know, that's really what it boils down to. You don't need someone to be trying to regret losing you. That shouldn't be the thing that makes you feel valuable, you know? So that's all I feel about it.
You know what, Audra? There was a man who actually chimed in on this.
Oh,
not that he was looking for another man to regret losing him. He's heterosexual, but this is what he had to say. Take a look.
All right, Bobby. So me personally have just moved on. You love and sometimes you lose, so you have to keep it moving or you will be an emotional wreck. And that's true. That's true. How do you feel about that, Shaton?
I mean, listen, you guys heard what I said in the beginning. I don't waste time on people, even if I've been heartbroken and wanted to be back with that person. But in retrospect, you know, you think about when things occur, they occur for a reason.
Yeah.
And sort of like what you said, Audra, sometimes you need that distance. Go your way, I go my way. And then if we find ourselves back towards each other again to rekindle something, maybe there's some growth there. But get going, pack your bag, do it moving.
There you go. There you go. You agree, LaCora?
I do. I agree. I remember when my first love broke my little heart back in college at Florida A&M University. And honey, listen, my professor, Mr. Wells, was like, what's wrong with you? Because I had a drama class. And I was like, I'm just heartbroken, Mr. Wells. And he was like, well, honey, you got to leave your emotions at the door. And so we was playing a game called Passive Energy. And I just couldn't.
Yeah.
I was so heartbroken. But never in my mind did it occur to me, like in my mind, it was to sit in these emotions, try to get him back. If he don't want me back, then I just have to move on. But it was never to, I'm going to make sure that I miss his FAMU so that he understands what he missed out on. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to become the biggest actress and host in the world. Like, no. Right. Went to his graduation at Harvard. Yes, honey, he's a Harvard man. Okay. So, yeah. I just say move on, let it go. Otherwise, you're going to be an emotional wreck, like Bobby said. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree. Time to move
Okay.
on. And if you would like to comment and get involved in the
Yeah.
show, we're gonna have that in the second half of the show. Make sure you leave your comments and all of
Yes.
that, and be sure to hashtag it dive at 5.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, listen, on that note, I am super, super excited to dive in to our male's perspective. Ladies, are you ready? Are you
Yes.
ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay. So listen, we have 1 minute of unadulterated, uninterrupted say so from a man's perspective. We like to call it Minute Man.
Minute Man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yes.
it's that song. That song. It just reaches a place. That's all I'm saying.
Tom, you know what? If it's okay, if I could introduce him, because he gave me his title, and he and I go way back. And
Absolutely.
I forgot to send this over to Shaton.
No problem. Go for it.
This everyone is the Van Brown.
Yes.
Yes. He's an author, but he's also a teacher of principles and truth, an advocate for the true leader in purpose in you. That's all I got to say. Everyone, welcome the one and only Mr. Van Brown.
Hello.
Hello. Woohoo. Welcome, welcome.
And we would like to welcome you. We thank you so much for joining us. And listen, I only know of you because of LaCora's fabulous taste in introductions. And I just want to give you 1 minute of uninterrupted perspective. You saw the video. Please tell us what you think in 1 minute.
Only 1
I
minute?
know, pressure.
Well, first, the student will always determine the teacher. The student will always determine
exactly.
the teacher. So if you see that all of these likes, it's simply because there's a level of intelligence and wisdom where they are meeting that information. Secondly, you have to ask yourself, what is the goal? If my goal is to love, then why are I resorting to manipulation? They said anytime we resort to manipulation, it's a form of witchcraft.
Oh God, here we go.
Any sense of manipulation is a form of witchcraft. Like he said, that energy should have went back inside of you, towards you. I wish he had stopped there. I don't know the man. I have nothing against him. I'm only speaking on this particular video. What we have to realize is we have to first ask ourselves, if the goal is to love, and if the love doesn't end up to the point where we're loving each other, then why not wish them well? Love your neighbor to the same degree as you love yourself. See, these are principles. This is the reason why I say I am a teacher of principles, because the minute you get down on the road of emotions, then every single person has an emotion. But principles will protect emotions. So when emotions count, principles said, my job was simply to love and to give. So if he don't want my love and my giving, I wish him well.
Well,
come on here.
But we fall into emotions, and guess what we do? We further betray ourselves, because anytime we're doing something that is not honest and genuine, it's simply a betrayal. So now we're being betrayed twice. The person already betrayed us. Now we're betraying ourselves all over again in hopes of getting his attention, when you are the most valuable person in the room.
Right.
So the goal should simply be, let me go sit back in my Father's presence.
Okay.
What did I learn? How can I be better next time? So the goal is simply to get better each time. The goal is not manipulate, not to hurt, because the minute your intention is to hurt, to confuse someone else, it's a form of witchcraft. It's a form of manipulation. Ask yourself, what did you come to do? Did you come to love, or did you come to be adored?
Okay. On that note, And thank you so
That
much,
I
man.
got
That
you.
was awesome. That was awesome. Go ahead, Audra.
Okay. First of all, Mr. Van Brown, you about to have me running all up and through this place right now. I just want to say thank you so much for speaking to that, because that is just so true. Like it's like we lose ourselves, our spiritual principles, because we become this level of desperate, and I need revenge. I need to hurt someone because they hurt me. And it's like, that is not how you align with love, as you said. Thank you so much for saying that, because these are the same people that'll say, yes, I love the Lord with all my heart and soul. And it's just like, and now you over here betraying yourself, downgrading yourself to make this other person look bad. And it's just like, no, sis, like, you are amazing, you are beautiful, you are powerful. Move in that energy. And that's it. And let things be what they are. Because maybe he just doesn't know. We don't know. It may not have been malicious in the first place. Maybe he just doesn't know how to love you properly. We don't know. But love yourself. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you, Mr. Van Brown.
That was good.
You're welcome.
LaCora.
Child, when Van opened up with what did he say about the teacher and the student?
The student will determine the teacher.
The student will determine the teacher.
Love it.
Yes.
I was like, yes, and I think that's true. And it also goes to, I just feel like, because someone said this, and she said, I'm going to show the comment because it's very true. She said, now let's be honest, ladies. He's talking to women who need this kind of confirmation and justification for that kind of behavior. And therein lies the problem. Why do you need it? You know what I mean? It's like, why do you need that? And I understand that we're all human, but we got to be honest. Over 3.2 million views. Is somebody on this line? Is someone watching this? Are you a viewer? And you're just like, listen, I don't care what none of y'all say. Y'all may sound all high and righteous right now, but I need him to regret losing me. Please let us know, because I don't think I've ever, and I'm trying to go down deep down, Chad. It ain't like I had so many relationships, but no, like, if you just, I don't understand it. I don't understand it, and I just wish he had stopped. But he didn't stop. He kept talking, and the ladies in the comments were loving it, and they was like, "This changed my life. This changed your life." So I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't.
Well, for me, I agree with Van. There's so many points as to why we reduce not ourselves, but just our thinking to acclimate to that behavior, because you do have to say, in order to decide to do something, you decide it. And so I feel like, when you look at relationships, where is your thinking pattern at? There's a lot of things here for us to make a judgment call on why somebody would do, or, most of you guys have heard today that yesterday a young lady ran over her husband because she was so fed up with some of the things that she was dealing with. So instead of saying, this isn't healthy, I'm going to walk away, but I'm going to remain here and let it build up, and then I'm going to explode. And so
for 18 years, Shaton,
18 years.
We talk about why do we stay? Because my friend, who we'll be seeing later on the show, resident counselor Tameka Bob, she posted something and she said, Kings, like, why do you marry? Is it because to show your worthiness, or because you're really in love? I don't really think men do that. I don't think it's really about worthiness. I think it's about readiness, when they are ready. But for women, because we are condemned by our fellow sisters, well, honey, I got a man, I got a husband, and you're over there looking like a booger bear. And then it's just like, Ivanka Trump also has a husband. Ivanka Trump
sure does.
It's just like, don't be so proud to say that, because we as women will try to condemn a woman to say, well, I got a man. So I think with that woman that ran over that husband, she said for 18 years.
Been dealing with it.
Years, She was and it's just like, why deal with it? Why do we stay and deal with it? Maybe that's a conversation for another show.
My goodness. Well, all I know is this was amazing. This was so like, thank you for bringing this energy, Van. We appreciate it. And we want to get another perspective. I'm sure it's going to be in alignment with this as well, but we're going to talk to our resident counselor, Dr. Tameka Bob. We want to hear what she has to say. So welcome, Dr. Tameka Bob, to the show. Hey. So I know you heard what was going on. You heard the jewels that Mr. Brown was sharing. So what do you say about this, Dr. Bob?
Absolutely. First of all, let me give Mr. Van Brown some snaps.
Yes.
Representing for the men, saying some really powerful stuff. But so here's the thing. I think we're dealing with two things here. Number one, we're dealing with heartbreak. Okay. Number two, we're dealing with a speaker knowing his audience. Okay. You can get to 3 million views or over 3 million views when you don't know your audience, right? And so when you have a YouTube star to say, or a relationship or a coach or life coach that has such a huge audience, typically it's because he's telling his audience what they want to hear, not what they need to hear.
Tameka Bob, did you just, girl, let me clutch my Bible.
And so
that's good.
Yes, he said himself, that women have been asking him this question. So, he granted them what they wanted.
That's a good perspective.
He did.
He comes up with these 5 steps, which he said will guarantee, right? This will guarantee that the man will regret losing you. Now, I don't know about guarantees. This is your opinion, sir, Brother Jackson. I don't know you, like Van said, but this is your opinion, and it may work, it may not work. But again, what all of you ladies have said, and also Van, it's about putting yourself first. If you put you first, you won't worry about how he feels.
Right.
If we go back to heartbreak, heartbreak is a very, very difficult thing to get over. I'm sure of us have had our heart broken before, right? Right. It just depends on you. It's on a case-by-case basis, how long it takes for you to get over it. But the human psyche doesn't deal well with heartbreak, right? Sadness, hence depression, hence suicide, hence this woman running over her husband. So we deal with it in so many different types of ways. And one of the ways is we want to make him regret losing us, right? But we have to be careful that we don't lose ourselves.
Yes.
Of trying to make him regret losing us.
Right.
Absolutely.
I think I saw somewhere in the book of Bob, chapter 1, verse 38. Girl, that's
what does it say?
The Bible says, if you decide to regret making sure that he regrets losing you, you will lose the self. Thine chase.
Absolutely. And that's confirming that. And it's just important again that you put you first, because you cannot propel if you're busy looking backwards. I can't see what's going on over there. You can't even hear what I'm saying if I'm talking this way and I'm looking that way.
Yes. It's right. It's muffled. It's so distorted.
Yeah.
So you want your vision to be very clear. You want to keep moving forward. Let him deal with his issues and you deal with your issues, right? Because that's the only way it's going to work. Brother Van talked about witchcraft and manipulation. And hey, I am with all of that. But the most important thing is to work on your healing.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. I don't know. Anybody else got some extras to put on that? Because I just think that's
simply
incredible.
Because if you subscribe to that message, I will argue the only reason why you can actually love is if you have a sense of wholeness. And if you resort to those type of methods, It is just revealing the simple fact that you never really fully had your true self. Your source of self-worth was always wrapped up in someone else. And so that's why you're chasing him in order to get your self-worth. But he never gave you self-worth from the very beginning. If you had tapped into the foundation of your father and simply, because my father loved me, I'm deciding to love you. And if you don't want my loving, then I wish you well.
Yeah.
But we get caught up in all of these emotions and all of these things that has nothing to do with nothing. Here's what I know to be true. The true definition of love is simply, I am coming to do what's right. Not what my emotion says. I am simply doing what's right. The goal is always to love. Martin Luther King said something beautiful. The true definition of the person is not where they stand at moments of jubilation and joy, but where they stand in moments of crisis. It's in the crisis with the broken heart. How do you perform? That's who you are. So the people are just revealing who they are.
Yes.
Wow.
And I just have to speak on what Dr. Bob said real quick, ladies, because that was so, I caught that. I caught that, Dr. Bob. He said, now, I've always said this, always focus on yourself. But since y'all keep asking me, here are some things. You are so right. He gave, ladies, he gave y'all what y'all wanted to hear.
Right.
And it's like, if I'm giving you, if you're only giving me what you want to hear, you know what I mean? It's almost, it's like, is it really valuable? Because a lot of people respected Simon Cowell. Why? Because you know, Simon Cowell from American Idol, he wasn't a yes man. He was very direct. He was like black and white, like you're good, you're bad, you suck. Sometimes he wasn't. But you could respect what he was saying because he wasn't giving you what you wanted to hear. So I want the ladies, this is as you move forward and you determine who you're going to follow, who you're going to listen to, challenge everything that is given to you. And I know you're just like, well, but he's popular, LaCora. You already confirmed he has 3.2 million views. LaCora, he's an author. He's selling books. LaCora, he's fine. He's got a huge platform. Challenge, ladies. Challenge, because like Dr. Bob just told you, he gave you what you wanted to hear. So don't walk away with the relationship coach and say, oh, well, child, you know, he relationship coach online and he on platform. I saw him on Sister Circle. It isn't enough. It isn't enough. Serious. Like, think about you and your totality and your value and ask yourself, is this enough? Is he calling to my higher self or my lower self? He just called to your lower self, sis.
Yes.
Call to your lower self.
Yes. And if we think about it too, LaCora, you know, when do we grow? We grow in uncomfortable situations, right? Just like you mentioned, Simon Cowell was not a yes man. Correct. When people tell us exactly what we want to hear, that's comfortable. We're like, yeah, I know, you're right. I was going to do that anyway. But when people tell you something that makes you uncomfortable, that's when you go back and you think about it, right? That's where growth happens. Yes.
Yeah.
So again, when you have this number of followers, you have to give the people what they want. Right? And so this is something.
Is she over there having snacks? You done made her pull out the snacks. Lord.
Lord. You know, that they want to hear. And it's so many different coaches. And I think this show is great. This platform is great because we're dissecting all of this advice. And this is great. But again, I do believe sometimes you have to, as LaCora said, you have to figure out what part of you is actually listening to this. You know, and the last thing I'll say regarding the topic is with heartbreak, and again, I'm calling it that because it's a breakup, time. Just give it time. All things will reveal themselves in time. Take the time you need. I think that's what's so important right now about this pandemic. We're able to take the time to get to know ourselves, to get to know thyself.
Yes.
And so it's important that you do that. And when you do that, you'll discover who you truly are. You'll discover your higher self, and it won't matter. it won't matter what he, she, or they think about you.
Right.
All right. Well, that's some wisdom right there. If anybody else needed to know what's going on, you just heard what's going on, and that's wise. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, Mr. Van Bryant. You better come through with the blessings. I felt like a scroll was just about to like lay out real quick as soon as you started talking. I was like, "Whoa, Lord, yes." So we need that wisdom right now, especially during this time. We thank you so much for being a part of the show. I definitely want to see you back on the show. I mean, thank you for really breaking it down for us.
Don't you have like, is there something, because people probably are watching and they're just like, dang, he broke it down good and I want some more. Is there more? Can we find more about you? Is there a book? Like, what do you want the people to do? Do you have a call of action for the folks?
Yeah, it's vanbrown.com is where you would get all of my information, Instagram and all of that stuff. I have a book that's about to come out. It's called Intentional Love versus Love Symptoms. And it breaks down this same issue. We confuse symptoms with true love, and it's not the same. So flowers, chocolate, kind words, those are symptoms of love, but it's not really love.
Ooh, let's go.
Ooh, that's nice.
Come on. Relationship
I like
counselors need that too.
Okay.
Share, please.
Yes.
So vanbrown.com. Go and get all of the information.
Van Brown, Instagram, Mr. Brown, this the Van Brown, Facebook. Same thing. Okay. Yes.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, I know people are going to be following you because yes, you just let us have it and we appreciate it. So thank you so much.
Ladies. Thank you, ladies, for creating a platform. This is so important because this is so important simply because people are actually being destroyed because of lack of wisdom.
Yeah.
Being destroyed. You saw I saw that video, ran over this man and spitting on him as he's laying there bloody. It's simply a lack of wisdom and understanding and comprehending how to manage emotions.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So I thank you for being such a vital instrument. And I hope that people will grab a hold and think for themselves and not allow people to download foolishness in there, you know?
Yes, that part. That is the whole goal for me. My walk away, what I want women to do is stop drinking the Kool-Aid and start challenging what they are given. You know what I mean? It is easy to digest, digest, process, but it doesn't mean for you. Doritos are easy to ingest, digest, and process. It is good for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's real though. That's real though.
Yeah.
So again, thank you so much, Mr. Van Brown. I was about to call you Dr. Van Brown. Goodness gracious. Mr. Van Brown, we appreciate you, and we definitely want to see you back on the show sooner than later, hopefully. All right. Okay, now. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, ladies.
And thank you so much, Dr. Tameka Bob. You are in here spreading the truth. I mean, and with a smile. Look at you, like, you know. I mean, it's just so warm. You can't help but to say, you know what, you're right, Dr. Bob. So thank you so much for being a part of this. We will see you next Sunday. And give it up for Dr. Bob.
Time to play, you ladies.
All right now.
Bye-bye.
All right, so Dr. Bob was basically like, you know, don't look in the rear view mirror, keep moving forward and look within yourself and do the inner work and work. This is time, pandemic time. Do your work, do your inner work. So that's it. What do you think, ladies?
Yeah, it is time. A lot of us are looking at 2020 like this is a trash year. When are we going to get to 21? I thought this was going to be the year of vision, clear vision. Yeah. It's been very clear to you. Value your family, value yourself. You don't know when your last day is. This has been very clear to me throughout this time.
Yeah, right.
It's just like, well, you know what? As you sit in your quietness, as you sit still, you got vision to understand as to who am I, where am I going? y'all were worried about the man that left you, the job that left you, things like that. And this is a great time. It's a clean slate.
Yes.
Clean slate. Determine what you want and decide what you want, who you are, where you're going, and whose you are. So,
ooh, yes, Gora. All right, it's your time.
Listen, I am full on this conversation because we had great feedback from Dr. Bob. We had excellent feedback from Van Brown. I'm just, I feel like this was empowering to learn that some of these advice are given out to women just to be in the know. But it's also good, like LaCora said, to try everything. Try it. Don't always fall for it. Try it. Prove it. Make sure that the weight of it is really competent, right? Don't just drink the Kool-Aid. Make sure it's got the right ingredients in it before you go implementing it. So that's kind of what I think.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. I hear you. Yeah. I hear you. So
see what the comments actually have to say. And then we're going to determine, did Mr. Derrick Jaxn give us some deep information or some shallow information? We have Siobhan Carter here. She is also an author. She is great, everyone. But she says, right, during this time, find out who am I and where am I? Yes. You know what I mean? Like, are you happy? We have Michaela here. She was like, honey, preach. That was probably for Dr. Bob or Miss Van Brown. Hey, Michaela. I love Michaela. She's awesome. And then Miss Uris here says, yes, value.
Yeah. Value yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. It is time. Oh, I love we love Dr. Bob too.
She's amazing.
Yes, we do, Siobhan. Awesome. Yes, we do.
That's why she is. And let's hear what we have. What she say?
What? Inspired Rose Media. You guys just unpacked that so perfectly. Say no more. Truth. Oh my. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Remember, if y'all want to chime in right now, this is your hour.
Yes.
Right there. If you want to come in on video and talk for 1 minute, we want to give you the floor to do so. Just you don't need the app. You don't need anything. You simply put in that link. And then you're backstage, and we'll have you on to talk. Now we don't want no crazy.
We will.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Somebody else is giving some props to Dr.
You got
Bob.
to be in alignment. Yes.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. And this one says he is
fine.
All right now, sister. I thought I didn't saw the wedding ring on there, right?
Okay, but wait a minute, Amber. Don't be so caught up in the fine that you drink that juice. Come on here. See, that's the issue sometimes. We are looking at what's presented to us, and we're not trying and truing if they are tried and true.
Yes.
Sometimes we just take it and just take it.
And that's what she talking about. Was she talking about Derrick Jaxn, or was she talking about Van Brown?
I think she's talking about Derrick
I thought she was talking about Van Brown or something like that. All I'm saying is, it's like, what?
He's married.
Yeah, he's married, so
but you can still
but you can still be fine and married.
Sure can.
Ain't nobody hating on that.
My husband is fine and he's married. Praise God. Hallelujah.
There you go. There you go, sis.
And
Wisdom.
And then we have some people giving us some love. Miss Tracy Jones is in the building.
Hey, Tracy girl. What's up now?
The fellow hostess on the red carpets doing her media thing, and we appreciate you. And then Chris gave us some sound. She has some wisdom, some words, I should say. Let's see. Can one of you ladies read that?
Sure, I'll take it on. Hey, Chris, women have to learn how to move on from closure. Find peace instead, and find peace in having no closure. Everybody will not give you that. True.
That's real.
That's good, because a lot of times we say, but I just need closure. I just need closure.
You don't. Bye.
You don't. Tell that's from the pit of hell. And it's in Bob, the book of Bob. Chapter 16,
hilarious.
Ladies and men's die shall not seek closure to thine spirit. If thy shall do
LaCora.
No, that ain't.
Okay, ladies, here's what we need to do. LaCora's going on and on, but I'm going to reel her back just a little teensy weensy. So at this time, ladies, we need to determine if what we heard was shallow or if what we heard was deep. So ladies, I want you to get your cards really quickly. I do see another comment up there. You want to read it, LaCora?
Oh, let's see. Oh, it says closure is an excuse. And I agree. I think that we've heard it time and time again that we've accepted it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I've been told that I need closure, so I need closure. And it's like, no, since you really need that. Shaton says, find peace in having no closure. That's good.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
good.
Yeah.
All right. So,
okay, ladies, are you ready?
Yes.
Have you got what we need to show the audience how we're weighing in tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
On a count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, can y'all see?
Yeah.
The advice that Mr. Jackson gave on the topic of how to make a man regret losing you is shallow. All right.
Yes.
On that note, we want to thank you so. Oh, Audra, you want to say something?
I just want to say it's shallow because I think at the end of the day,
yes.
You got to ask the right question. That wasn't the good question on how to make somebody jealous. That's not where your mindset should be. Your mindset should be, hey, this relationship ended. What are ways that I can move forward in a healthy manner? And if you ask that question, then you can actually get some solid advice on how to do that. But if you're asking the other question, then you're going to get what you get. And it's not necessarily going to be the best thing. That's that's how I see it.
And another question is, what did I learn from this? If you want to switch it up from that perspective, but again, ladies, if you find like you can't find the answer within, if you don't think that it's there, then try to find it in God's word before you try to find it on YouTube.
Oh. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys wish to comment, leave us some type of suggestion. We'd love to hear from you. Please hashtag us at Dive@5. And on that note, ladies, this has been an excellent show. What do you think?
Yes, I think so.
Yes.
Let us know in the comments who's right, who's wrong. We want to know. Share, Audra.
Yes. So remember, share this video, and we're going to see you next Sunday on, ladies, Relationship Deep Dive.